Welcome to Cooking Space, a place where mindfulness and being present meets food and music. A place to chill out, relax, enjoy, get connected, and make something delicious. Today we're making chicken chilaquiles, and this dish is inspired by a time I spent in Dallas, Texas. I was interning for a great chef named Stephen Piles, and in his kitchen there were a lot of great Mexican cooks that used to make this delicious dish. This is a place where I got inspired to learn about Mexican food as well as Mexican culture. So I'm really happy to be sharing this recipe. We're gonna make a ranchero sauce, which I have here some onions, some garlic, a little bit of lard, which actually is gonna act as the vehicle, the fat to kind of sweat this sauce out. I have chipotle powder, a little bit of adobo powder, raisins, tomatoes that are just kind of ground down fresh tomatoes, a little bit of chicken stock, and that's gonna be our sauce. We also have adobo chicken, which we're gonna marinate a chicken breast, chicken thigh, a little bit of olive oil. We have a spice mixture here made of cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of chili powder. Those will all be in to marinate our chicken. So we're gonna start by making our ranchero sauce. Some of this lard here, that's gonna melt down pretty quickly. We're gonna add our aromatics. Some onions, a little bit of garlic. I'm going to start marinating my chicken. So I have 2 chicken breasts, 2 thighs. I have my adobo powder. This is just basically a dry rub or a dry spice. You know, onions, garlic powder, cumin, chipotle powder, all like really fantastic spices. I'm gonna stay right in here. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil, kind of rub that in. And I'm gonna get some of this nice adobo powder and just kind of make sure that it's evenly coated, nice and coated throughout. The more you can coat it, the better flavor you'll get. And this could sit up, this can marinate for up to, up to a day, up to an hour, even like 20 minutes if you're in a pinch. That's why I love the adobo spice. As far as just a flavor enhancer, something that really boosts flavor up. All right, I'm gonna take these off. And I'm gonna just check on my sauce here. The stuff is kind of coming together. I'm gonna add a couple things. I'm gonna add some chipotle paste. A little bit of some dried raisins as well. So I've got my aromatics in here, my chipotle paste. I have a little bit of this spice powder, which is a mix of canela, allspice, clove, bay leaf. Just gonna add a little pinch of that in there. And then we're gonna add some chicken stock to this. And we're gonna add our fresh tomato paste. Fresh tomato sauce. So about a quart of that tomato sauce. We're gonna let that simmer. While that's going, we're gonna cook our chicken right on this plancha right here. Put these on there. You know, our chicken breast that have the adobo sear on it, we're getting a nice caramelization on it. I also have some mushrooms that I'm gonna add here as well, just to kind of caramelize. So this is gonna be part of our build. Our sauce is looking good. I'm gonna let this come up to a simmer, let it cook for about a good like 20 minutes. Let that cook all the way through. It's gonna have a nice bit of flavor. Add a little kosher salt to this. looking good. Once our sauce is pureed, we're gonna take our chicken and we're gonna slice it up for our chilaquiles. This is looking pretty good. Chicken's looking good. The mushrooms are looking nice. So these mushrooms are done. I'm gonna pull those off. Put them right here. I've got some beautiful eggs from Pete and Jerry's. It's a fantastic egg product. I've been cooking with it at home for a long time. I have some just crispy tortilla chips, some of our other chilaquile elements, so a few different ingredients. We've got caramelized onions, poblano rajas, so these are roasted poblano peppers. This is Oaxaca cheese, kind of like a mozzarella, Chihuahua cheese, a melty cheese, queso fresco, crema, a little chili de arbol powder, black beans that have been cooked, and a little radish. You'll see how this all kind of comes together. So I'm gonna start by, I have a cast iron pan here, which I love for chilaquiles. It's really hearty. Has a lot of just kind of texture to hold up. It's like a really good baking dish. So I'm gonna start by pouring some of that ranchero sauce right into the bottom of this pan. I'm gonna take some of my tortilla chips and just put them right into the bottom of that. And I'm gonna put a little more sauce right over the top. Some black beans here. A little bit of poblano rajas. A little bit of the caramelized onions. Some mushrooms. Some nice chunks of that adobo chicken we put in. I mean, this is gonna be delicious. Top it with a little more sauce. Just a touch more sauce. Some people make chilaquiles, they make it with a lot of chips, and I like a nice balance of ingredients of chicken, you know, the peppers, the mushrooms, just kind of balance it out. Now I'm gonna put my 2 cheeses. So we have this Chihuahua cheese here that's gonna be on there. Our Oaxaca cheese, which is kind of like a mozzarella. It'll be nice and stringy. And then I'm gonna crack some of our Pete and Jerry's eggs. And we're gonna bake this guy. You know, what I really love about these Pete and Jerry's eggs is the yolk. How beautifully nice and round it is. All right, we're gonna put this in a 400-degree oven for about 10 minutes. All right, guys, our chilaquiles just came out of the oven. I'm gonna add some additional garnishes, which I really like. Here's a little bit of Mexican crema, just some nice shots of that. And I have chili de arbol sauce, which will be included in the recipe that you'll get today with this episode. So feel free to make some chili de arbol. And I have a little bit of queso fresco. So this is the 3rd cheese on this mix. Really makes it nice. Some fresh radish. These are called matchstick radishes. We do these in the restaurant by slicing the radishes really thin and then kind of going against the grain. It just provides a nice little fresh crunch. And I have, what's here is a bit of micro cilantro. So you could also just use fresh cilantro if you don't have it at home, but this just gives me a little added boost. And there are your chilaquiles. You're gonna love these guys. Let's give these a shot. I'm gonna bring them right over here. They look just delicious. I'm gonna just take a spoon. You're gonna get some tortillas, a little chicken, some of that delicious Pete and Jerry's egg. And this is a great breakfast, it's a great brunch. It's a really good lunch if you're having margaritas. I'm gonna just get in here, try to get a little bit of everything. So delicious, guys. A little heat from the chipotle, a little richness from the egg. The egg actually acts as a sauce, and the chicken and the chicken with the adobo flavor, it just really makes the flavor jump on this. I really hope you enjoyed these delicious chilaquiles, and I want to send a big shout out and thanks to our sponsors, Sub-Zero Wolf & Co. for letting us use their cooking space. And thank you to Pete and Jerry's for your delicious organic eggs. They made these dish so fantastic. And 10% of our sponsorship dollars, a percentage of those go to the Garces Foundation. And don't forget to click on the recipe in the link. The full recipe will in there, all the adobos, the different spices. Get in there, guys.